Hey guys, hey Miss Sherry, hey Mimi, hey Brown Eyes 81, hello Bree, hello dear Deirdre, hello. Yes, it jumped on me. Hey Dom, hey Chanel, hey Latrice, okay, hey Bush people, hey Black Beauty, hey Denise again, hey Valerie, hey Penelope, hey Nicole, hey Groovy Family, hey Angela. Hello, everybody in the bushes. Hey, guys, I got 58 of you guys in here. Hey, Laquita, please hit the like button. Hit the like button. Thank you, guys. Hey, Joy. Hey, Lady Ben 76. Hello, guys. Welcome. Hey, Kendra. Hey, Daryl. Hello, guys. I'm still at the 2 minutes mark. Hey, Michael. Lovable Leo, hear the land, please. Anna. Okay, I'm almost at my 2 minute mark. And then whoever didn't get it, hey Lawanda, hey Latrice again. So this is my 2 minute mark. Oh, okay, y'all slipped in. Hey Charles. Hey Carmen, Taz. Group. Okay, got okay. Now everybody else. Hello. So okay, now let's hit the like button. We're going to discuss what happened in today's hearing for the Chicago hearing. I didn't bring my notes down with me, but I'm going to try to go from my head. Hey, Annette. Okay, I'm still seeing people in here, and you guys are late, so I'm going to give you guys a blanket hello. Hello to everybody that has come in after the 2 minute mark. All right. So today, Mr. Kelly had status hearing in the Illinois case, the federal case in Illinois. And that federal case hearing was changed over from 10:30 Central Time to 8 o'clock a.m. this morning. And that was 8 o'clock Central Time. The judge with Judge Harry Ledenweber, which I love that judge. I love him for the time I've been hearing him do the hearing. He's always been fair to the defendant. He's always been fair, always. So shout out to Judge Ledenweber. He's old school. He don't give a crap what y'all think. But I really, really love and appreciate him because, and it seems as if Steve and him have a relationship, which is good when you have a defense attorney who has a relationship with the judge. So it's a good thing. Let's start off with who was there. Of course, the new prosecutor. I think her last name is, I can't remember her last name, Johnson. Let me go look at this. Hold on, let me go look at the hearing stuff, and then I could tell you her last name because she's the one that's new on the case. Just hold on a second because I like to be accurate in the information I'm bringing to you. I like to be very, very accurate. Hold on a second. Just bear with me so I can get my information here on the ducks ready for you guys. Hold on. Gotta type this in. All right. I just typed it in. Let's do the query. I mean, I know this case by heart so much that I remember the case number by itself. You know, that's crazy, isn't it? Yeah. I know this case by itself. Just one moment so I can pull it up for you. All right, no transaction today in. Just 1 second. All right, I can tell you. Okay, hold on a second. All right, here we go. All right, the attorney that is on this case for the prosecution is her name. I knew it was Jackson, but I didn't want to get it. Her name is Shy Jackson. Because Miss Cruel. Let me just make sure. Miss Cruel. Let's see if she's still on here. Okay, she is still on here. Miss Cruel is on here. I'm trying to see who left. There was somebody who left. It was Abigail. Abigail is the one that left on June 25th. Abigail left. So we have Miss Cruel. We have Janice William Apengag, whatever her name, and then Shy Jackson. Shy Jackson is a sister. All right. So in today's hearing, they had you had the following representation. You had Mr. Greenberg, who was on the call, which he came in late. You had, because he was, I think he said he was on the other side of the old access code, so he was late. You had Robert, Mr. Kelly was on the video conference. You had Mr. Brown, he was on the phone, and then you had Darryl McDavis, he was on the video. So you have Darryl McDavid on the video. You have Mr. Kelly on the video. You had Attorney Greenberg on the video. Leonard was not available. You had the attorneys, the government, the two government attorneys there as well. Okay. So what was done today was they set the trial date for August the 1st of 2022. They also made ruling that the government must submit. I forgot the wording that they use. Hold on a second. Forgot what the wording they use. I gotta go through my email and get the information off. Of course, Mr. McDavid still trying to sever himself from their case, but the judge objected because it was the two said they would continue that route, and McDavid's attorney objected, and judge said overruled because of the two that agreed. So the next hearing will be in May the 25th. That's the next status hearing for that case. As well as they did ask for the government to produce. I'm assuming there's the evidence that they have not produced to them yet. So they have. It was originally asked for 45 days by McDavid's attorney. Then Steve asked for 90 days. And then the judge says 60 days. I tell you, I love the judge. The judge said 60 days that they must provide that information. The government must provide that information to the defense. And also, remember, this is also the judge that ruled for the background and the mental health and the any kind of conviction of the witnesses. So this is the judge that did rule that. So I believe this judge is more fair than, well, this judge is fair. I don't know about the other one in New York, but we'll let the jury stay out on that one. Hey, Dottie, we like to party. Come on, I just put the link in for my people to come in. Like my Dottie, because I know she was on the call. Gucci was on the call. Who else was on the call? Anybody else on the call, please come in and bring in your view on it. And I do want to bring to the fact that Mr. Kelly He was on the phone, and um, his mic could not be unmuted. Allegedly. I'm laughing because they unblocked everybody so everybody could, so for them to be able to talk. Hey, Brenda.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing wonderful. How are you?
Fantastic. Hello, chat. Yes, I was on this morning and I was listening to everything. And yes, the judge seemed like he was open to a lot of things, and that was great. I just hated Robert wasn't able to say anything, because it's like, again, they was trying to mute him, trying to keep him silent. So
Uh,
yeah, I listened to everything.
don't say
Oh, go
that.
ahead.
That's not
Okay,
true.
I'm
That's
sorry.
not true.
Robert will not be silent. Robert will not be silent. You can't silence Robert. No, he has a
That's right.
voice.
That's
Yes,
not
and we are
true.
his voice. Yes. Thank you, Miss Sylvia. Correction. I'm putting that in the atmosphere. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. You're right. But yeah. But
He had
yes,
difficulty with
ma'am.
his mic. That's all.
Okay, okay, we'll leave it at that. Yes, ma'am. But no, I'm glad that they are, all the things that the judge was saying this. But hi, Gooch. I can see you from your shoulders up again. I'm so glad that
You know what? I'm so.
no,
You know
no,
what?
Miss Sylvia. Okay.
You know what?
But yeah, I'm so glad that they are willing to, like I said, bring in all that information according to the witnesses, and then like Daryl McDade, like I said, kept trying to um associate himself with the situation, but they said no. Everyone's going to
Right.
happen at the same time. We're going to be all in this together. So August 1st, yes, ma'am, 10 a.m. Blessings, a continued blessing, and Robert Sylvester Kelly will be found not guilty. Yes, ma'am. So that's all I wanted to say, and y'all all continue to have a blessed day.
Thank you, Brenda, for your presence again.
And Brenda,
Anytime.
behave yourself.
Yes, Gucci. I
Behave
will. Don't
yourself.
worry. I will. And you as well, sir.
You know, you
Mm,
and your clique, you dig me and all of you. Hello, everybody. How y'all doing?
no, like you
I've been.
said, it's all in love.
That's right. That's right. I've been cooling all day. I listened to everything the lawyer said, and what people got to realize is one thing y'all got to realize: when you get a person on the panel, they are not for the prosecutor and they're not for the defendant. They are going to tell you right down the middle. They, as an attorney, if you can't take it, like Sylvia said, get off the chat. If you can't take it, because it seemed like everybody got a problem with stuff he said. I mean, it's just being real. Every attorney deal with stuff different, you know. And as for this,
Hmm.
I love it. I don't think it's gonna be no trial. That's just my thing, from what I hear.
Well, let me explain something to you, and I want to piggyback on what you say. Okay, you have an attorney.
Be
You
right
have
back. My phone
attorneys.
ring.
Okay, you have attorneys who's given up their time to provide information to us, and the lack of gratitude that some people show, it's like really, really sad. It's sad. It's like
Yeah, that was because he came in there, like you said, took his time. I don't mean to interrupt you, Miss Sylvia. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry, hon.
no. It remember he's 3 hours different. So he got up at 7:30 in the morning to be here with us. And you guys come on the attack. Really? Go ahead, Brent.
Yes, I seen that also in the chat. But your mods, they was on it though. But some individual, it was just like, why y'all don't attack this man? He came in here, his free will to give us knowledge that he know and how he feels and what he think. There shouldn't have been no attacking at all. But the mods, they were on it though, and yeah, that was so disrespectful. I thought so. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, and I appreciate him. I appreciate every single attorney that comes through here. And it seemed like the brother they gave the most hard time because the other attorneys that came through here, they didn't go off on them like that. I wonder why did
No,
we do that to our own people?
that's some in some people's nature, and it shouldn't be that way.
Yeah, sad. Yep, Candy. Yep, Candy said it right. Very unprofessional. I didn't put the link back in there. Hold on a second. Just 1 second. And I want to thank my panel. I thank the ones who came in to ask question. Um, I really appreciate it. Made the whole experience really really great. We spent a lot of time with him. He did 4 long behind hours. He didn't even go to the bathroom, y'all. He didn't even go to the bathroom. I got a chance to go to the bathroom because I got up and left. Hey, lady. Nicole, yeah. What's going on?
Hi, Miss Sylvia. Hi, Miss Sylvia.
Hey,
Uh,
hon.
since my comment was, which I was responding to another person underneath in the chat, but since my comment was read out loud while the attorney was on there, I wanted to address that. Um, that was no disrespect per se to him as an attorney or his knowledge of the law. Um, but Miss Sylvia, everybody's not going to agree with everything that is on this channel. He I respect his time. I thank him for coming on, giving us that the knowledge that he did give us. That was not the issue. The issue was it seemed as though everything that the prosecution did within that trial, from the limited knowledge that he did have, from the limited information that you were able to provide him and for him to go through, um, everything was, the prosecution did no wrong. And at this point in the game, with the people that have been drawn to now support R. Kelly, I think that that kind of did some damage. So I want to know, what is it, as R. Kelly supporters, what is it that we can take from his perspective as a lawyer, and his viewpoint now in the game, and use it to our
Here's the
advantage?
deal, Nicolia. Did they find Robert guilty?
Yes, they did.
That was a verdict, right? And we were
Correct.
shocked. We were shocked.
Yes,
How in the
yes.
world did they find him guilty? I wish we would have had him up here before the verdict came in, because then it would have had opened up our eyes, a possibility of certain things that could have happened. Because we're looking at, because we saw the whole picture. You know, we
Hmm.
saw the inconsistency. We've been watching videos, or the things that we have seen. The jury did not see that.
Correct. And he didn't either. That's why I'm saying that the way that it was coming off, it came off as being biased. And I want to bring to light that Miss Sylvia, I'm sorry, but it does seem like there was a bias there, because when questions was asked to your audience, well, if you had a 17-year-old daughter, it was leaning towards the fact that he also felt a certain kind of way about R. Kelly on a personal level. And it that came off in him talking to us.
But you got to remember, y'all, not everybody's where we are. Okay.
That's fine,
I
but
brought him here. I don't bring people on here just to tell sugarcoat stuff to us. I
correct.
want the real raw thing, because let me tell you something. When he goes back inside that courtroom, they're gonna have that same attitude. Do you
You're
understand what I'm
correct.
saying? So for us
Yes.
to sit around here, walk around, everything's gonna be gravy, everything he's gonna be, guys, you gotta really just dig into the other side too. Period.
So what are we supposed to take
People,
from that? Once again,
people,
what are we supposed to take from that and use as our benefit, having that other side being shown?
We need to take in there that the appeal is not on automatic going to be a return or overturn. So
Okay.
that means we got to fight harder. We got to come stronger. That means we got to get some ammunition to where we could fight anything that could be construed as
and
the same judgment. You understand what I'm
and
saying?
and
Because if we
and
go
one
in here thinking, oh, it's going to be appeal, it's going to be overturned, and then something happened and it doesn't get overturned, and we'll be shocked.
and Sylvia,
Go ahead.
one thing he said that I kind of asked my attorney, and he didn't quite agree. My attorney said the appeal rate in the appeal court is higher, but in the Supreme Court is very low. It's only 9%, like one out of every thousand make it to the Supreme Court. But to the appeal court, it get to the appeal court easier. That don't mean they're gonna reverse it. They may hear arguments, but the Supreme Court is where the 9% comes in. It's real low to get to the Supreme Court. It's real
But,
low.
but aren't they? Isn't he going to the appellate, not the Supreme?
Right,
It was
right.
appellate court because
But he get to the appellate court real fast. I mean, real simple. A lot of people, my attorney, he said if most federal case that appeal their case is 50-50, they get their case heard. Now, after they get it heard, the appellate judge, they may overrule it or say no, but he said most case get heard in the appellate court. That don't mean they will be approved, but he said it's a 50-50, not a 9%. It's a 50-50 because he's one of the top attorney in the state of Tennessee.
well, the other guy said 68. Now, and then I
Right.
mean, everybody says different. I guess whatever.
Everybody say different, right?
Mhm.
Because when he said 9%, I was like, nah, I think you're talking about the Supreme Court. But in the appellate court, it's very high for people to get their case heard. And then once they get it heard, it's a 50-50 for them to send it back to the district court where it came from for a new trial or vacated or whatever. But it's not that low where they've heard. Everyone, they said it, mostly every case get heard. But now, as in turning over the conviction or what, that's low, but they all get heard. But in the Supreme Court, only 9% get heard.
Okay, so
The thing is,
remember everybody was pushing. Oh yeah, he's gonna go appeal. Everybody's like, okay, appeal. He's gonna get appeal, right? And I kept hearing people saying that in the appeal, it's gonna get overturned. It's gonna get overturned. It's gonna get overturned.
yeah,
So
yeah, right. And that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. In the appeal court, Rob got an 80% chance because every appeal court usually sends stuff back to district court. Even if they send it back to take something away, they usually send it back. You know. So when he said 9%, I'm like, dude, I think you're kind of wrong. I know you're attorney, but I think you're kind of wrong with that 9% appellate court get heard. No, that's not true. I know that much. But anyway, y'all continue.
I don't
well,
have
let me
anything
tell you
else
something.
to say.
Sylvia's
I
not an
just
expert
wanted to
at that.
clarify my comment and let you know I don't want to bring no disrespect to your channel at all. But that was my opinion. It was
And
so.
and I heard what you're saying, Miss Burt. And you know what too? We also got to look at the facts, right? I see what you're saying, but social media poisoned this case so bad
Correct.
they make Rob seem like he's a pedophile. They they make
Don't
they
use
make it
that
seem like
title in here. Remember, I don't like that title.
they make. Oh God, Sylvia, can you just sometimes just
Just say
stop?
P. Just say P. Because I don't
I
like the
can't say
word.
no
I don't
P
like it.
because I'm
Just
going to
say
the
P.
bathroom. But
Just say that
social
P word.
media make it seem like Rob was dealing with kids 14. That's what they make it seem like. And we got to face the fact that that's how America, the whole America, social media and the news media put it. So by people saying that, we can't get mad. We know the truth, but we can't get mad. We got to just face the fact that, hey, they put a dark cloud over his head, and that's just the fact. They put a dark cloud. Rob did not
The
get
law that
convicted.
was stated and the facts that was stated, I have no issue with. My only issue was the perspective in which it was coming from. The way that it came off to the audience could do damage to the audience that is here.
So
That the
what,
new
Grumpy? What
people
kind
that
of
has
damage is
not.
it?
Well, ain't nothing we could
I
have
got a
do.
question. Hey, what kind of damage did it do? I mean, guys, y'all
Sway
gotta open
them
up your
once again.
mind.
Well now we have an it could sway them. Now we have an attorney up
Sway
here
who?
saying that the prosecution was not wrong, and he debunked everything that was being pushed out there. Far as how the judge was handling certain things, how and now other attorneys are saying the adverse of what he was explaining. So it causes
Can I ask you, is he the law on that? He's just giving you that side. You got to look at all sides. That's all I'm saying.
I am Miss Sylvia, but I'm just saying that it was debunking everything that you worked so hard for.
I don't
But
feel he debunked anything because I'm gonna still
but
work hard.
but you got to remember, he's not on nobody's side. He's seen it, like he said, as a father
Y'all keep
or
saying
something.
that, but that man sat
You
there and
know,
said that even he look at it because he has nieces and nephews or nieces that age, and he was asking the audience how would they feel. He even said prosecution, um, even though that was looked over, prosecution proved their case. When somebody asked him did he think that they were guilty, he was guilty or not guilty, he answered that he wouldn't answer that, but then turned around and answered it in a roundabout way.
Are you read what high maintenance says? That is why, as Kel supporter, we got to be realistic with ourselves about this case. We have to look at the case from the outside looking in to get a clear understanding. I mean, we are all supporters of Robert, but we have to come to reality that they gave a verdict of guilty. Did we expect that? Heck no. Were we upset? Yes. But then we got to find out why, how, that kind of stuff. We can't walk around with these glasses with rosy colored glasses and thinking that, hey, everybody's going to think like us. No, they're not.
and
I'm not
and
saying
Sylvia,
that. What I'm
you
saying is that perspective has been pushed out there for years.
But
Just
we
now, people are clinging on to he probably is not guilty. Just now, people are grasping this side, and for somebody to come on this side and push the narrative that once again R. Kelly is guilty.
he did not.
That
I didn't hear him say he's
I
guilty.
didn't
I
even
did
say
not.
that.
I did not hear that at
he's
all. Maybe that's where
no,
you.
he didn't say those words, but he did say prosecution proved their case. That's the same thing.
That's what. So the listen.
Because the guilty verdict come back,
Came
that
through. That
means
means that the jury felt that they proved their case
right,
without a
right.
reasonable
That's
doubt.
that's what that means.
I
That's what
mean, whether we like it or
Okay.
not, that's what the verdict came
that's
out.
what the verdict meant, that they believe the prosecution, they believe the
Proved their
witness.
case.
Yes, I mean that's just being real facts. We know different, but you see, people. What we got to realize too, you got to go back and realize that federal case is not like state. In federal case, people already said if the feds got you, you're guilty. That's one strike against you. Okay. Then number two, he said something that my attorney said that any jury would have looked at that. When that girl said, I lied to him that I was 18, but when I told him I was 17, my lawyer said at that point, Rob didn't do anything. Rob continued to mess with her. He said, y'all got to remember, people, all these people on the jury are human beings. We don't know if they got kids, grown people, small. So the thing is, all we can do is learn from this, that we got to target some kind of way, something to promote the innocence. You know, a lot of people get in trouble, but a lot of people get in trouble by the people they're around. That's what some, like in Rob case. All of this stuff is done by people around him, but at the same time, Rob didn't get rid of those people. I mentioned that to him several times. But the thing is, we know these groupies was nothing. We know that. But those people on the jury, we don't know what they feel, what they think. And like I said it from day one, it was going to be hard because social media already put a dark cloud over Robert's head.
But here's
Why
the
you
deal,
why
guys.
why you think nobody want to come forward to help him? Because of what social media did. Go ahead, Sylvia.
No, but here's the whole thing, guys. We can't walk into this case thinking that it's already won. Because that's what happened. Because when you walk into a case thinking it's already won, you're not going to fight hard. You got to walk into the case with the possibility of me losing. That's when you're going to work super hard. To me, this is Sylvia speaking. It's nobody else speaking. I do not feel that I'm talking about the people that was on the case already for a while. I ain't talking about Kanik. I'm not talking about Kanik. That they did not work hard enough for the man. I mean, this is just my perspective of this.
But Sylvia, you also
let
got
me
to.
finish. Let me finish. Hold on. Let me finish, please. Don't cut me off.
Yeah, but
I
I'm just saying.
feel, hold on, for him to be an A-list artist, the amount of work that should have been done for this man's case was not good for me. I'm just saying. I'm not talking about Kanik because Kanik did not have it. Kanik is not the one that thousands of us were submitting stuff to. And throughout that trial, I didn't see that stuff being brought in. And it had nothing to do with the judge saying don't bring it in, because these people did not review some of the stuff that we diligently worked hard to submit to them. They act like they never got it, period. And I'm just being honest. And I know half of the people in here was sending stuff. Some of the stuff was like, what? They didn't bring that. They didn't bring that. What? And that's the facts. I'm sorry. I'm just being honest.
I agree. And I'm going back to the bushes. I love you, Miss Sylvia. I'm going back in the chat.
Look, we agree to disagree. Okay. Go ahead, Dottie.
Oh, I got nothing to say.
I didn't hear you. What did you just say?
I said I didn't have anything to say. I was just listening.
Oh, okay. But I mean, I didn't put I guess I watched too much Magnum PI and all these kind of shows like what's that the court TV show that we watch? CSI New York and all that kind of stuff. What's the other one? Not CSI New York. What is that one? It is CSI New York and all that, right? High maintenance. I went to his channel and he is biased. Nobody has time for him to come in there talking about his birthday and You see, I didn't want to bring that up. I did not want to bring up that stuff. I did not want to bring it up. I'm staying in the bush. It's okay, K baby. Oh God. Okay. We don't know everything. You don't know everything that was submitted and was able to in the court of law. No, we don't. We don't know everything that was submitted and that was able to be used. We don't. You're right about that. But and a lot of you guys were saying, okay, why is only 5 witnesses? There are 5 witnesses because the other ones, some people was not coming. They didn't want to come. And then there was some people who was afraid of the government going inside checking in their background and their business. That's why a lot, because they were dealing with the government. They did that strong arm tactic on people. Ooh, Miss Fat just said something. Oh my Lord. She just said, folks bashing. I'm not going to say what the other part is. Folks bashing lawyers with degree, but in the ops chat. Okay. High maintenance says, Sylvia, they talking G about my last comment. Scroll up, please. They talking about my last comment. What was your last comment? Hold on. What is your last comment? Let me go up there. I'm looking for your last comment. I don't see it. Sometimes you need this kind of dialogue to get things really like heated because sometimes you don't take action until you're upset. You don't take action till you get mad enough. Then you won't take it no more. You're going to do something about it. So sometimes it takes that to motivate us. This attorney is not all, oh, this attorney not know all the truth and always complicate with than the lies. When you have evidence with a setup, perhaps this can change. Change all. Okay, but Sandra, you got to also remember. Okay, we have all this evidence that we have, right? That all this stuff that we know. The same way that the jury did not, because you heard them, jury don't get all the transcripts when they go back there to deliberate. So half of the stuff, the thing they're going to remember is the closing argument, and they're going to remember certain things that sticks out, right? So if they don't have the transcript, and the only one they're asking for is the ones that they're requesting and have questions about, the only thing, I'm sorry, I was reading a message someone sent me. Hold on, somebody sent me a message just now. Hold on. Hold on. Sorry. Okay. I forgot what I was saying. Dom is not right, but this guy is biased. Sylvia, he is doing lives on R. Kelly case 3 years ago. I don't go to other people's channel. 444 brought him on, and I want the different views of all attorneys. If they can give me a different views of what they saw, I want to hear it. I want to hear it because they're in that courtroom. They know it. They have experience. They have knowledge. They have experience. They have all that. I don't know it, and I want everybody. I don't care whether or not they agree with me or not. I want to hear it. I want to hear what they got to say. I'm even going to bring a prosecutor in here because I want to hear it. I want to hear the uphill battle that this man has, whether or not he has one. And because I know God can control everything, but I want to hear it. I want to know what's going on. I don't want to walk around here dumbfounded, be like, oh, like I was, seriously. And if you guys don't want to hear it, oh, well, I'm going to be here to bring it because I want to hear it. Your camera was not on. Your camera was not on, Dottie. They lied to you. Don't listen to you digging me. Oh my God, you digging me. Why are you messing with her? Your camera was not on, Dottie. Dottie, your camera was not on. Why are you paying attention to that girl? You digging me as a troublemaker. Didn't you know that? Hey, Shay. Okay, I disagree. First time I came, I didn't look, and he was to me. Don't believe her, Dottie. You see how she tried to start trouble with you?
I'm just sitting there like, oh my God, my camera is on. What did they see? Lord have mercy.
Okay, Desi, that's not nice for you to even put someone out like that. That's not, don't do that. Don't do that. This is the things I tell you about. Don't sit there and call somebody uneducated. That's not nice. I'm not gonna let you come like that. Don't do that.
Hi, everybody. Hi, Miss
Hey,
Sylvia. Hi,
hey, honey,
Daddy.
how you doing?
Blessings to all. Good. I just want to say I appreciate you and I understand where you're going. We need to hear everybody's opinion so we know how to fight this fight. And, with different lawyers, you're going to get different opinions. Sylvia, she's opening her platform and trying to help, educate everybody. And we just kind of need to, respect everybody. We're all mature adults. We might not like certain things people say about Rob, but it's reality. What people say, everybody has their own opinions. And we're trying to, get the masses with us. So we need to act mature about it and, respect what Sylvia's trying to do. That's all. I mean, with whatever attorney she brings on, everybody's not going to have the same opinion as us.
Yeah, we have to understand the decision by the jury is inexcusable. There were more than enough reasonable doubt in this trial to produce an acquittal, despite of the judge did. And yeah, but Hero, the thing is, we got to find out where the loophole, what happened, why did they come up to this conclusion, what valid reasoning did they give to this, and then once you get the answer, then you can figure out what's the next. Well, we're not the attorney, but plan of action for the attorneys. You know, there are attorneys watching these live, and then another one could come in and say, "Hey, Sylvia, I want to give my input on this." I'm looking for attorneys who can really logically give you the real reasoning behind this, you know.
And not
And
that
go ahead.
he might, you know, really make a big in it.
Drop the mic. Okay.
Well, Sylvia, in my opinion, to answer your question, speaking realistically, I don't think you're going to have that from any attorney unless they've been studying the case from beginning to end. So,
Exactly.
you know, with Attorney Jamal coming in today, I don't think he said that Rob was guilty. I think he said the reason he felt like the prosecution must have proved beyond reasonable doubt is because of the verdict that came back.
Mm-hmm.
And he was looking at that from a standpoint of just Azriel's testimony. He wasn't looking at it, overall. Um, I don't think he was being biased to it to that degree. I think he was just giving us, like you said, he was giving us the truth from her standpoint. Because, like I asked, based on Azriel's testimony, do he feel that the judge will overturn that verdict? He gave me his honest answer. He didn't see anywhere. I didn't know that if you lie on the stand and they know that you're lying on the stand, that's not grounds for a conviction to be overturned. I
I
didn't
didn't know
know
it
that.
either. I didn't know that either.
So that may not be what I wanted to hear, but you have to accept it because it's the law. And going forward, now I know not to expect her to overturn that verdict
Exactly.
because of that. So I'm not going to
Exactly.
set my expectations high. So now I could look into something else. Well, what about this? Like, for example, when Kenneth gave his interview, yeah, I'm still sick. I'm sorry. When he gave his interview to the Billboard magazine, well, all the attorneys really did. He stated in there that he was frozen out of the discovery for I don't know what period of time was it that he was able to get the discovery. So at the end of the trial, he ended up having to do those 25 stipulations. He had to submit them at the end, and the judge was pissed about that, excuse my language, because he wasn't able to do that at the beginning of the trial, is when it normally happens. He didn't get the discovery until the end of the trial.
Yep.
Those are probably reasons for an appeal.
Even
Those
even
are reasons for ineffective counsel.
even when he said that them not submitting the filings on time, that's something that could be used as a reason to overturn and things like that. Ineffective counsel.
Can I say something right quick so I can hop off?
Hello, people.
So,
Hello, people.
so Sylvia,
Mm-hmm.
I went over to his channel and I looked at lives that he did way before coming on your channel on R. Kelly. You might want to look at them. That's what all I'm saying is I understand.
I don't
I
need to look at
understand
it.
we're not. I understand we're not going to agree with everybody, but I can tell when somebody's biased. Just because he's a defense attorney does not mean that he's already has preconceived notions about
Can
our
I tell
case.
you, can I tell you something? What in as far as the law, he has taught us some things that we did not know.
Like what, for instance?
What Diane just mentioned, just because somebody was told a lie on a witness stand cannot, that doesn't make a case be able overturned because somebody lied on the witness stand.
Well, what if they get their testimony impeached?
That's where the stipulations were. Stipulation were for the inconsistency. They made some agreement with each other, the defense and the prosecution. There was 26 items.
I'm just saying, looking at this guy's page and the things that he said on there, he knows of this case. He was watching this case because he was talking about things as it was happening. You know, some witness, they called their first witness, you know, so and so. I'm just saying, I'm a very, very thorough person. I'm thorough than most people. I'm gonna tell you that because I don't even like to talk on nothing unless I go and witness it and read up on it and all that myself. And so that was the first thing I did. Let me go look and see what he was saying like back then, you know, those days. And I'm telling you, he just thinks R. Kelly is guilty. He feels like he used his stature and his power and all this to do this and that. So I mean, I feel like that's why he leans his everything is looked at in a different way because you can get another attorney who's got way more experience than him. He's 41 years old, 2 years older than my oldest son.
Hey, he's not the only. Listen, Joycelyn, he's not the only attorney that I brought here, and he's not the only attorney that I'm going to have here. We're going to have different perspective of it, and I mean, like I tell you, chew the meat, you spit out the bone. You don't. I'm not saying for you guys to take his word for gospel. I'm telling you to learn from something that he has to say, something he said in here to help somebody to try to figure out that hey, maybe we need to
Is
move
there
different.
any other takeaways? That was the other thing. What was a takeaway that we can grasp and run with? You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. What do we get out of his?
Guys, I gotta open up your mind. Seriously. Seriously, you gotta open up your mind and really understand because we walked around here with rosy glasses thinking, hey, he's not gonna be convicted. We all thought that. But obviously, something that we didn't see.
Okay, Sylvia, I'm just gonna say this. There's a lot of innocent people that was found guilty. Sylvia, I was just telling you about that young woman who, around the same time as we was R. Kelly case was going forward, she was convicted of murdering her stepchild, 28 years old, sentenced to life with no parole. Guess what? Her stuff was overturned because you know what her people did? They did just like we're doing. They were on social media. They were doing lives. To Kia Beverly, go look up that case. Go look. I stand with Kia. Go and look her up on Instagram, on Facebook. You will see that their family went on an all-out war to get the truth out. Because guess what? That jury was straight up fixed. They had the jury in their
And we
pocket
got to figure
for the
out
trial.
how to get to the point of finding whether or not this jury is fixed. So we don't know.
Exactly that, and they found jury misconduct, and they overturned her case, and she's got a new trial. She just got out recently. Her next trial, she goes in May, like May 2nd of 2022. It happens, and hers was overturned in 8 months. It was overturned
All
in
I'm
eight
saying,
months.
Joycelyn, all I'm saying that we, as supporters of Robert Sylvester Kelly, need to open up our mind and understanding that if this man is saying this, why is he saying this? And what can we do to help us from this message that he has just told us? I'm not saying to use his stuff as gospel. Never did I say that. But there is something we can learn from this to help us.
Exactly, and I want us to pull those things out that we can learn. I mean, literally, I want to hear what did we learn from it. That's what I'm saying. Literally, I know we learned that people can lie on the stand, but what else did we learn that we did not already know? But like I said, if y'all take the time, I put his link in the chat. Look at what this man is saying and what he believes, because he do not believe in R. Kelly's innocence. He don't. No matter he's a defense attorney or not, he do not believe that. That's all I'm saying. I'm done. That's it.
Rhoda, go ahead. What were you going to say, Rhoda?
Hey, I was just coming in saying hi to everybody. I caught like the hour of it, and then I had to go to a funeral, so I didn't know what I missed afterwards. I think when I left, Dottie was asking her question.
Mhm.
So I don't know, but I guess so. Listening to some of the conversation, I haven't read the chat yet.
Mhm.
So does he have? Does he feel like R. Kelly has grounds for appeal?
He said some things that could be grounds for appeal, like in
Okay.
counsel. He didn't go into all the other stuff.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
And he also said he's not an appeals attorney, also.
Okay. And we know we already heard from an appeal attorney, right?
Yeah, yes, and when we heard from the appeal attorney was totally different, a different mode.
Right, right. Yeah, because when I was listening to him when he was breaking down the Mann Act, the RICO Act, I was like, well, dog, the way he's breaking it down, it was as though they charged him right. So I was like, whoo, this is not sounding too good. So I was like, I didn't get to finish to listen. Like I said, when Dottie came on, that's when I had to leave to head for the
And the
funeral. But
way he explained it is the way that the prosecutor brought it about in court.
mm-hmm.
Whether we like it or not, they was able to do it.
Right, right. So they did a good hand. You have to applaud them because whether it was right or wrong, I mean, they sold it. They sold it.
Hold it.
Yeah.
It's sad. It's terrible. It's never been, because he even said it's never been used that way. It's not, but they did it. That's what the federal government knows how to do all kinds of tricks, and you got to keep your eyes open with them.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yep. But that is all I was saying. Just coming on to say hi to everybody and to see if there was, what the conversation was afterwards. So I'm going back to the chat.
Are you?
We're reading tonight, right?
Yeah, fine. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. I'm headed back to the chat.
Like I said, we're not agree. We all cannot agree on everything. We all can't. Okay. What I think, see, I'm the type of person I like to see everything so I know how to handle it. Some people just want to see the good things. Some people want to see all the bad things. It's just your own personal way of handling it. But me, I want to know it all. I want to see everything. And I want the hard truth. Give it to me like it is. Don't sugarcoat nothing to me. Because then you have my hopes all up high. And then all of a sudden when I get to the courthouse and all of a sudden everything gets thrown on me, I'm like, whoa, hold up. No. I give it to all to me. That's right. You digging me or not? I want to see it all. Don't sell me no hill bills. Oh, you coming into this case. Oh, you got this. You got this. Yeah, we're going to win. We're going to win. But meanwhile, you're lying to me. Don't lie to me. Tell me the truth. Tell me the hard truth. What does this look like? Do I have a chance? Or are you just giving me fluff just to make me feel good? We all know based on the transcript that Kelly should be acquitted, but the jury convicted him, so that tells me they are suspect. Hey, Terry.
Hey. So I'm gonna have to go back and look at the whole thing because I had a meeting that I had to get into. I was trying to get my second question in there, but I had a meeting that I had to come up, and it just ended about 10 minutes ago. So you can imagine, you think that interview was something. This meeting was interesting. But I wanted to go back because I just want to tell everybody that a lot of the times we're not going to get the information that we hope for because they're just going to break it down in a way that they had cases and what happened to them, so they can only tell us from the experience of what happened right there. But and sometimes it's going to be good for us, and sometimes it's going to be something that we're not going to like. But at the same time, it's still a learning mechanism that we can use because that is the way of how we go about building and supporting and continue supporting on getting Robert freed up out of there. You know what I'm saying? Because it wasn't until I asked a question about what he thought as far as the jury, and they didn't have the deliberations in time, and I mean long enough, and you know, he gave an answer, and you know, I didn't like it, and I wanted to challenge him more, but again, I had to leave. But I just felt that he said, "Oh well, they had it for a day and a half." That wasn't true. They only had it for 9 hours. It wasn't a day and a half that they had it. If you want to count, you know, the half a day or whenever they received it, and the clock and the start and the clock actually starts then up until the time when it ended, and then they had the weekend to chill and come back on Monday. And if you want to count that as a day and a half, then yeah, but no, you count hours. There's 24 hours in a day, and
Well,
if
they
you
don't
only
count it. They count it by the 8 hour day. They don't
yeah,
count.
but I'm saying he said they had it for a day and a half. They
Mm,
did deliberate a day and a half, but he
nope.
did say he also felt that, you know, he would have felt better if they would have deliberated like 2 days, possibly three.
Mm-hmm.
And see, and that's my point, is that with the exhibits that they had to go over, and the things that they had to look at, and and actually review, they just, to us, it just seems like their mind was made up
Mm-hmm.
already on how they were going to convict Robert. It wouldn't have mattered how many defense witnesses the defense would have put up there. It wouldn't have mattered the lies that obviously the Jane Does were caught in. It wouldn't have mattered um, the lies or the embellishment of the prosecution. That's left up for mechanic. That's left up for Canic and the new team to bring forth when they get ready to file the appeals on Robert's behalf. Now, what I felt kind of funny about was that here we are, knowing that Robert was going, we were finally going to get to hear his voice. I'm pretty sure a lot of people in the chat, because including myself, I was like, I just wanted to hear him, whether he said, yes, I understand, or that, but it was just that we wanted to hear his voice. And the fact that none of the audio equipment worked on his behalf seems to me, in my opinion, like they're constantly sabotaging him no matter what, because Greenberg, in my opinion, still act like he doesn't really know what he's doing. He's making excuses. Well, your Honor, I got some several cases that's coming in July, so if we can push it to like September or something like that, and I got all this, man. Get out of here. You're representing a man. A man's life is on the line.
So I cut question. So you wanted them to go ahead earlier?
No, no, no. I was just saying what he was saying.
No.
You
I
know
was
what
just
I'm
asking. Did you want them to go earlier with the trial? I just want to know.
No, if he's prepared and he has everything that he should have, and that's really the last say so comes down to Robert. You know what I mean? But we couldn't hear anything. We didn't know. We don't even know if Robert really wants to retain this man. You know what I'm saying? Because we didn't hear anything. All we was hearing was ick. You know, we were experiencing all these technical. Well, Robert was experiencing all these technical difficulties and stuff. So we don't know. You know, we don't know. We can only go by what Greenberg said. Well, I talked to him earlier, and you know, he said that he still wanted to keep me and stuff like that. Yeah, okay, but we don't know. I just wanted to hear Robert say that. Yes, I like to still, you know, retain, you know, Mr. Greenberg as my attorney and represent me in this case, and you know, and so far and so forth. We didn't hear anything, so we don't know the games that they were playing with it. Where first they were saying his mic, you know what I'm saying? His mic is muted. His mic is muted. Well, unmute the mic, and then whoever's in charge is like, well, I muted everyone, so we'll be able to unmute his mic. Okay, now still you're not able to hear nothing or anything like that. I just thought that they should have gave him a better system where he would have been able to, because anybody else that's incarcerated or about, you know what I'm saying, they're able to speak to the judge whether it's via video or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It just
But
seems like the
Hold on,
audio
Don. Hold
equipment they
on.
had just sucked. You know what I'm saying? And so that kind of took the spirits down of the supporters and everything. And then to come and hear what Greenberg, was saying, what he can do, and it's pushed off again until 2022. So that's another thing like that. I'm not knocking him because I'm not an attorney, but I just study a lot, but I'm not an attorney. So I don't want people thinking I'm an attorney or anything, right? It's just that you're able to decipher between whether or not if he's getting adequate representation and a pro that's up there that can pretty much say without saying, "Well, I'm gonna defer to you, Judge." You know what I'm saying? Because to me, that's just somebody just don't have it to get. Well, I'm going to defer to you, Judge, and I'm going to, instead of just knowing what it is you're going to do. You see what I'm saying? Knowing what date we need and knowing this right here. Well, I'm going to defer to you. So I don't know if Chat paid attention to that. But that's what I'm going to defer to you. And he deferred a couple of times. Well, I'm going to defer to, you know what I mean? It's like, to me, it's just that. So I just hope that whatever the new team is, and that it's my wish that I said from day one that Robert is going to have the best representation when it comes to this New York, this against this federal government and the appeals process and the motion that needs to be filed and everything. And I believe that he's getting the help from this celebrity that felt he was railroaded. And watch the difference in what happened in this. So we just got to be patient. And yes, he just has to sit, but we just have to put our faith, like Sylvia said, in the man above, and just kind of hold on and not like lose each other. You know what I mean? And then start pointing fingers at, the guests that we have because they don't say the right things. Oh, I wanted to drill him more. I just couldn't. Trust me, I had some questions for him, but I just couldn't because I had a meeting that I had to attend.
For
But I'm
y'all
going to
those
go
who
back
gotta
and
remember,
listen to it.
y'all, he is not the attorney on this case. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't care
Okay.
how much grilling you're gonna do in this man.
No,
He's
no,
gonna
no,
give you
no,
his
no. It wasn't
opinion.
grilling him. No, no, Sylvia. It wasn't grilling him about, the attorney or nothing. It's just questions that I wanted to ask for myself, and not because of about his opinion.
Okay.
Basically it was like legal questions that I just wanted to ask to see, just how he felt about whatever and stuff. And I know some of the people
Do
in
the
the chat are
questions
just pissed
everybody
off
that's
because
asked say
it
that
was
he's
like he
not
wasn't
answering?
answering that, huh?
No, he was answering. They just didn't like the answer he gave.
Yeah. So again, I would have to go back and look at it, and then I'll come with my commentary on what I felt
Yeah.
happened with that. I'm just
Yeah.
winging it right now from when I was on earlier, and just how I felt from listening to the hearing, and basing it off of what I heard from Greenberg, or what I didn't hear or anything like that. That's what mine was. So I
Yeah,
just want to
it was pretty
calm people
long
down.
too.
That's all.
It's pretty
Huh?
long. It's pretty long also.
What the interview that you had with him? Well,
Yes,
not interview, but
four
the
hours. 4 hours. But
4 hours.
yeah.
Wow.
All
Ooh.
right, let me let Dom in because he's itching to say something. Go ahead, Dom.
no, just a couple things. What's good, Terry, Geddes, Dottie, Sylvie, Chat. Just a couple things. One was to your point. Um, I forgot what I was gonna say, but um, as far as going back to the attorney, I had a couple things to say, but I completely blanked out. But
And you call me
the
the
one,
old one. Huh.
well, because you know me. When I say when I have to say something, I have to say it or I'll forget. But anyways,
Old.
just to your point about the attorney, people have to keep in mind that he is not on the case. He has nothing to do with the case. If he personally felt like if you were to just see him on the street and you asked him, "Hey, do you think R. Kelly's guilty?" and he said yes, that has nothing to do with his legal perspective. From the time that I came on was a little over an hour. I saw nothing to him, nothing that raised my eye that he thought R. Kelly was guilty or he was biased. He did not give that vibe to me. Okay, he was giving just legal questions. He was given legal questions, and he responded from a legal standpoint. So even if he thought that personally, that doesn't mean that. That's just like a juror. A juror. If you go in there, some of them might, I mean, they can't say that, but they might internally think R. Kelly is guilty. They're not going to say that, you see, but they might have seen Surviving R. Kelly and thought something, but they still are going to do their job as far as being non-biased, and that's why they have a questionnaire. So there's already been a verdict. That doesn't mean it's set in stone, but my point is that the jurors made their decision, and having this attorney on here from a legal perspective, his whatever he's saying from a legal standpoint has nothing to do with the case. And he even made it clear when I asked him a couple times. He even said, I'm not gonna. He said it's basically he's not gonna comment on that because it's not fair. And even when someone asked him about how did the other attorneys do, he even said, I'm not gonna critique another attorney. I'm not here to do that. So I don't think that it's fair to sit up here and say that this man is doing this or he's doing this or what's on his channel or someone in the comments on his channel or whatever. And that's no disrespect, but I just don't think that that's fair for him. He's just an attorney. He was asked to come on. He came on, and he's giving us, the legal perspective, and we should be appreciative of that. He has no dog in the fight. He's not on the prosecution. He's not on the defense team, and that's what it is. So that's just how I felt about that.
That's right.
Gaddis, did you have something to say?
Oh, Sylvia, I remember now. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. Now I
Man,
remember
you
what the
too
second
young to
thing.
be suffering from memory loss.
Nah, I don't. Look, hey, call me out, man. But this is one other thing that I wanted to say too, was regarding the because when I first came on, like I said, you guys were on. I missed a lot, but people were saying that they didn't let R. Kelly talk, and it was this,
I
and it
said
happened
that.
to
I
be.
said that.
Well, yeah, but it happened to be, it's not a coincidence that he was muted. Well, I'll tell you this. I missed this phone call, but I've been on other phone calls, and I have literally heard R. Kelly speak before. So I don't think that was the case. We've heard him say, yes, ma'am, yes, your honor, and things of that nature on the phone calls. So I don't think that was what they were purposely intending to do, in my
I think
opinion.
they didn't check the whole visual thing because they usually do the phone thing. They didn't do the visual thing this time. Nobody had
Right.
it
Well,
set
yeah.
up the right way. And it's the first
Right.
time he's ever done it in New York. So
Okay. And yeah, they might have not done that. But you remember, I mean, because you've sent me the link on the prior calls, and we've heard R. Kelly before. We were like, wow, we heard R. Kelly. So, like you said, they probably just didn't do their job as far as checking the things, but I don't think it was intentional. Like, we're not going to
well,
let
you
him
gotta
speak.
remember they changed the time at the last minute to them because it was at
Right.
10:30 at first, and which would have been 11:30 our time. All of a sudden, you change it the day before, and it might have not been
Exactly.
prepared.
Exactly.
You
They just
never
weren't
know.
prepared,
Yeah.
So that's all. I don't think
But
it was
it's
intentional.
something minor. So I mean, yeah, he did talk to his attorney early in the morning. That's why Steve was late. He was talking to his attorney.
Hmm.
Exactly.
Whether we
So,
gotta like it or not, the man is still on the case.
Yeah, he
exactly.
is.
Exactly. And that was the
Birthday and
other thing,
all. It's
too,
like he wanted that to come out
Can,
more.
can I wanted to say something. Can y'all hear me?
Yes,
Yeah, go
ma'am.
ahead. Go ahead, Daddy.
Okay, I wanted to say something to that extent. Like you just said, like it or not, he's still on the case. What we need to be concentrating on, what that attorney did say is who was in his ear giving him the advice that it was smart to fire these attorneys 2 weeks before the trial started.
Hello.
And who was in his ear telling him it was smart to keep an attorney after the judge said, if you waive your right to dismiss this attorney, you will not be able to come back and file an appeal based on ineffective counsel towards her. Who was advising him that these things were smart? That's what we need
Hmm.
to focus on.
Exactly. And I'm with you. I'm with you, Dottie. I mean, at the end of the day, it's R. Kelly's choice to to hire or fire an attorney. And if he deems his current attorneys that they're not fitting, then that's not going to be on him. And we just have to
Hmm.
wait until he makes that decision. But until then, we should focus on helping him out in the best way we can. Period. That's just what it is. And kind of just to what Sylvia was saying earlier too. We may not like what certain people, what certain things say. Attorneys might say. We might not agree with it. We might not like it, but sometimes we have to accept the reality of things and go from there.
That's true. But one thing we can all count on is that regardless of his representation that he had when they came with this guilty verdict, I guarantee you that Rob is going to have the representation he deserves doing this appeal and these attorneys that he's going to have that. I just feel that for New York, not Chicago, but for the New York case.
I think Chicago too, because now Steve brought him enough time to be able to get some more stuff going. Because
Yeah, but he didn't change.
He bought him time because he did say Leonard and I have cases all the way to July.
Yeah, but he didn't change. He didn't change with them. You see what I'm saying? He still has them. I'm talking about with his New York attorney.
I'm just saying that he bought them time because
Yeah, you're right.
what's the name attorney was trying to get it to go on in March. Come on now.
Oh, the other guy, the other representative, the one that was talking about, oh, we're ready to go. We're ready to go. And so, well, it ain't on you. Obviously. It's not up to you.
I think his defense needs to really, really dig into the case really, really hard. Put the right motion. Don't sit back and just relax as you have all this time. Put these motions in.
Yeah, you have plenty of time now. You will have plenty of time.
Put those.
You won't have no excuse.
Stop sitting
Jeanette,
back. Huh?
Yeah, no, Jeanette said, I don't trust anyone who is defending. Well, at the end of the day, it's up to R. Kelly to hire or fire. We can't do anything about that. So if we don't like how they're defending or what they're doing, again, R. Kelly's grown and he can make that decision. He will see it. If nothing is getting done, and he made that decision with the New York. He saw that certain attorneys weren't getting things done. He let them go. So
let me tell you, y'all guys been sending him some letters. Ooh, y'all don't play. Y'all let him know everything. Oh Lord. Y'all.
Who's been sending? They've been sending R. Kelly?
No, the fans been sending him some letters.
Who is him?
Who else would they be sending letters to?
I'm saying R. Kelly, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there's another station that was telling and urging people to send letters to R. Kelly on the incompetence. I'm like, R. Kelly was there at court every day. He know exactly who he had representing him. So he didn't need any letters to go to him about what happened because he was there and he was interacting with them. I'm just saying.
It's Fig, you're right. Ooh,
Y'all know what? Like I told y'all yesterday on that live, I don't pay no attention to that. Because in Rob's songs, he will give you the answer to all those questions. What did he say? Shut up. Y'all the ones that be bringing, y'all the ones I'm not fucking with, the ones that be bringing me all that negative shit.
Okay, the cussing.
Sorry. Again, he said it, I didn't say it, Sylvia.
But that's facts, though. Why would he? The man is sitting in jail in a small 8x8, whatever the case may be, sitting there, doesn't know who to trust, all the stuff, and everyone's just continually, or not everyone, but people are writing him negative stuff about this happened on YouTube. This happened. Like, why would you do that? Me personally, I don't understand that. I would want to be, if I'm, I want people to lift me. That's it.
Your phone's messing up.
At the end of the day, and God will tell him what to do. You see, God will tell him if he needs to hire or who needs to. He's not.
Okay, he is breaking up.
I'm sorry, Don. I'm sorry, Don, but you and Gucci must be on the same wireless plan or something like that.
So
Oh my
he
God.
had a different mindset. You see, he had a, sorry, I'm going through something right now, but he had a different mindset when he was out. Now he's clear headed. You see, he's not drinking alcohol, things of that nature. He doesn't have fake people around him. He's just in a cell by himself. So now he can think clearly. Okay, so I think, just write him positive stuff. That's what I would suggest. Write him positive things, and
Exactly.
he will come
Exactly.
to that realization and say,
Exactly.
I think I need to get rid of this person, or I've been sitting here for 2 years. I haven't got
Right.
anything accomplished. Let me get rid of this person. Let me hire this person. Let me do this. Let me get rid of that.
Yeah.
That's what I think. But writing him, this
Yeah.
happened on YouTube and on Twitter, they tweeted this. Why do you want to hear that? I don't want to hear that if I'm locked up,
No. There was a certain
so
person that was urging her audience to write and had his information up there, urging them to write Rob with all this negative mess. You know what I mean? And it was pissing me off. You know what I mean? It's like she was urging him to write him with all this negative mess, and that's not what he's trying to hear, or that's not what he needs to hear right now. You know what I mean? We just need to encourage him to keep his head up, let him know that everything's going to be all right, let him know that God has a plan, and that plan is coming to fruition because he has the attorneys that he needs in New York. And just sit back and watch what happens. Mark my words. Watch what happens when you're represented by the real ones as opposed to ones that are trying to be in it for themselves and stuff. That's all I'm saying right there. And also, we got 259 people in this chat and 125 likes. Come on now. Come on now. Let's get those likes up, please,
no,
if you
I'm not
can.
saying that. Yeah, I'm not saying that he listened to YouTubers. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just using that as an example.
Oh, no, I
I'm just using
understand.
that as an example. Yeah, no, I was reading the chat. I'm
Oh,
just
okay.
using that as an example. Okay.
Yeah.
Bottom line is, no one wants to hear negative stuff if they're just sitting in a jail cell. At the end of the day, that's just period.
Okay,
That's all I want to say.
265. We're getting a lot of people in this chat because everything must be interesting about what we talk about and the information we bring. So the 265, if you haven't hit that like button or subscribe to this channel, please do so with the quickness right there, just to show the sister right here that you support the contents that she is bringing and interviews and stuff with the people that she's having on this platform and everything. And with that being said, I got to check out because I still got one third, two, three, four. I got 2.5 more hours. So we're reading tonight. Oh, we're continuing tonight, Sylvia.
Yes, sir.
At what time? And you're gonna
Seven.
email me
Let's
whatever we're
make
gonna.
8 o'clock because we keep bumping heads with folks.
Yeah, and you're gonna email me, right? Because it looked like we finished that. We finished that transcript yesterday.
We gotta do the 24th now.
At 24.
The
Okay,
24th.
if I don't have it, send that to me. And 8 o'clock,
You
which
have
is
all of them, sir. I don't know why you keep saying that.
okay. I got it. I mean, hold on. Let me double check right quick. Let me look right
You've
over
been
here.
reading, you got it. Trust me.
Look, so we're just basically reading things that we've already
I'm just
read. Then
getting hers because we got to finish hers. And then we're going to go back to the new ones.
23, 23, 25, 819, 818, 830. No, I don't. 826. No, sorry. Send that to me, please. I don't have it. I have a file right here with everything, but I don't have that one. So if you can send that to me, Chad, I love you. Brothers, keep your head up. Knock them fists, ladies. Kisses to you
Hey,
all.
Sylvia.
Mwah.
Dude.
To all my ladies right
Sylvia.
up in here, and I'll get
Stop it.
and
Let
I'll
me kick
get
him
back
off. Let
with
me
you
kick him
later.
off, y'all.
Hey, Terry.
Bye. Yes, sir.
I got one thing for you, bro.
Okay.
1 second. Just give me about 5
I hope
seconds.
it's not no music. Don't play no music on here. I told him not
She
to play
had to
no
mute
music,
you,
but he
man. She
won't
had
get it.
to, I
He's
feel you though,
trying
Don.
So you want to play with me. I told him don't do that.
That's for the other channel right there, but no, I can't get enough. All right, I'll see y'all in a few hours. All right, I'm leaving the chat.
All
See
Give me
you
right.
one
later.
second. I'm gonna lock up my office. Hold on.
Dom, I hate when you don't listen.
Okay, see you guys later.
Hi, Magnus. You said you wanted to say something.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was getting off. I was getting in the car and stuff. I was trying to get situated first. Um, what I was coming to say was that as supporters, sometimes I think we overstep our boundaries on a lot of things. Like, for instance, telling him who he should and who he shouldn't hire. That man, I want to hear that. This is his life on the line, not ours. We could suggest all day, but he gonna go with whatever he feel will help him out. And I just, it's so much I can say right now, but I'm just so frustrated about the whole thing. I did miss the interview, but I was kind of like reading the chat, and they were saying that they felt he was biased and things like that. Most attorneys, they're they have their own decision about things anyway, but you cannot fault them in the belief that they have about any case, especially when they're not working on the case. We so passionate and ready for him to get out that we reject things that can might help us understand the real purpose of the case. You have to understand an attorney may know more than, well, they will know more than they will ever give out to the public. That's one thing. So with them saying that they found him guilty, it may be other things that we don't know as supporters of the reason why they found him guilty. And we as supporters, we don't want to open our eyes to see it. You got to know every point of view from every which way to understand why the verdict was what it was. You know, I'm a chaos supporter, but I also work in the law field too. So that's why I stopped stating things on in chats and things like that, because people will turn and get mad at you, but not realizing that, hey, you have to have an open mind going in this. People wearing their feelings on their, they got their heart in it and their feelings in it, and you got to take that out, because yeah, we don't want anything to happen to him. We don't want him in there. But I mean, if the court of law proved that he was guilty, then that's what we have to go on. I don't like the way we're turning against each other and things like that. We just need to get on one accord. And until we do that, we ain't gonna get to the point where we need to be at this very moment. So, I just had to say that. That just really worried me today, because the disrespect that people are saying that was shown to the other attorney. For one, this man has a caseload. He don't have to come on here and tell us anything. He can have us fend for ourselves, but you just have to respect them. They went to school for this. I went to law school, but of course, everybody, I told y'all, I didn't finish. I have one more year to go, but I'm still in that field and learning them courses and doing all that stuff is hard. They've been did this for years.
And look, he
Some,
passed the first time. He passed the bar.
yes, you know how hard that is? Man, that's why I said we got to stop disrespecting these attorneys that's coming on here, because they don't have to do it. And I appreciate you for even doing everything you can to show us every point of view from every which way, because nobody has to do it. And this also taking your time as well as the attorney time. This could have been something that they could have been doing a consultation with another client.
Mm-hmm.
But they chose to come and speak on the panel to give us a better understanding and knowledge about why this was that and that was this.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get it. And salute to you too, Dottie. I'm sorry that you had to go through a lot too. But I mean, y'all hitting on points, and until all us can get on one accord and get an open mind about it and stop putting our feelings in it, then we can go far with this. We can find the information to actually help him out for an appeal. And that's all I wanted to say.
Thank you, I mean.
Thank you, darling.
You're welcome.
That's
I just
exactly
don't
what
like
I was trying to say. Sentiments, exactly. But you know what? It takes other people to come in and tell y'all the same thing. Because
Sylvia, I have another supporter who she shared something with me yesterday. She wanted me to share it in my group. I don't know. I probably have to speak with you
awesome.
offline regarding it
okay.
to see if I want to share it on this live, but to see what you think. But it's in,
Sorry, I can go.
she
Okay.
well, I'll talk to you offline. Can you call me from your other phone?
Yeah, I'm gonna call you in a minute. I'm gonna
Okay.
call you. Should I call you? I'm trying to charge it right now so I can call you. You know me. I can mute and talk.
Yeah, I just wanted to, if you think that it was a good idea to share it, I just wanted to make sure I did so before we ended this live.
Okay. Hold on. You want me to call you now? Because hold on, let me charge this phone up and then I'll call you. But as I was saying, guys, I'm here to bring you the whole everything, okay? Whether you like it or not, you're gonna eat this anime. Let me stop. Eat the
Yeah,
cake.
we bash one another for our opinions. Like, that's crazy. I don't get that. Weird to me.
And I know a lot of it's because they're passionate. People passionate. They don't want to hear nothing on the negative side. No, I don't blame you because I don't like negativity either. But
Yeah, but that's
you
why they
always
call us obsessed, delusional fans. This is one of the main reasons why they say that.
and let me tell you something. Those people on the other side, when we were in the bushes and all that stuff they were saying, they used to get me mad. But look, whatever they're saying came through. Hello,
Yep.
came through. That's what pisses me off.
I'm saying, y'all, we gotta open our eyes and come in with a clear mind.
I think
I don't
Star
know.
asked us what happened today. Award Star, Dottie, can you give her a rundown what happened today?
Sorry about that. I don't know why the live keeps playing on my phone.
What you mean on the call?
Yeah, on the call.
Well, Greenberg was a little bit late when he did come in. Well, he was given the wrong calling information. When they first wanted to discuss whether he will be continuing to represent Rob going forward, they wanted to give Rob's answer to that, and there was some technical difficulty. Well, you know what? What I don't understand is, and I don't know if anybody else was on that call, when they were trying to unmute him, for some reason I heard the noise in the background from the jail, but you couldn't hear Rob. So
Yeah, I heard the click, 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 click. Rob didn't say anything. He didn't say
yeah,
a
and
word.
it was a video. It was a video for him because Greenberg did say that his blue light was going up and down. So that means that he was trying to speak, but we couldn't hear him. So I don't know, why. He said that he did speak to him before the call, and to his knowledge, him and Leonard will be proceeding. He said that there was going to be some restructuring of the attorneys in New York. So, well, I mean, I think that's to be expected because if it's going to the appellate court, you got to bring in appellate attorneys. They discussed trial. Greenberg said that he's fully booked. Well, he's fully booked with trials until at least July. So he originally asked for a September date. Okay, I'm sorry. He originally asked for a September date, but they agreed upon August the 1st. Daryl McDavid's attorneys was against that. They wanted to, well, they always have pressed the issue that they wanted a speedy trial. June Brown's attorneys agreed with the later date of August. Greenberg did say that they needed to prepare for this. I think because they were at one point really swamped with the New York, they kind of just pushed the Chicago trial to the back burner. So now they need to start preparing for that. They discussed there's other witnesses in this case than in the 2008 because he said if that was the case and it wasn't, he would be putting the motion to dismiss on the grounds of double jeopardy. So there's a couple of new witnesses, or this pertains to different people. What else? So August the 1st, 2020 at 10 a.m. is when that trial will start. May 22nd will be the next hearing. I'm guessing depending on if anything is overturned, if it was not overturned and then you do the appeals, I'm guessing maybe. I don't know, Sylvia, what you think? If they working on the appeals in New York, would that delay the Chicago trial even more?
I don't think so.
So, well, if that's the case, then still go forward. I think also a lot of people are upset because that trial is pushed out so far. To my understanding, New York is treating him better than Chicago. So the longer he stays in New York before he has to come to Chicago, the better. The longer they get to prepare, the better. And honestly, I think it'll probably just work out in his favor too, because depending on how the appeal goes, they may be throwing some things out that judge might be like, well, we got to throw this out based on whatever. I just think it'll work in his favor the longer it takes for him to try it.
Dottie, you said May 22nd. I thought it was May 25th.
Well, May 25th.
Okay.
Because to be honest, all I heard was him say towards the third week or second week in May.
Okay.
Is when the hearing was.
I thought, I was like, wait a minute, May 22nd? Did I get it? Okay. Because I wasn't taking notes, so I was like, okay, which one is it?
Yeah, but no, I wasn't talking about that clicking noise. But I don't know that I heard the sounds of the guys in the prison making a lot of noise. I didn't know how we were able to pick up the background noise, but wasn't able to pick him up when he was speaking.
I don't think he said anything.
Well, Greenberg said that his blue line on the screen was moving, so that would mean that he was trying to speak.
But his mouth wasn't moving, was it?
I don't know, because we were on the call. But I think it would have been nice to hear him say, yes, he wanted to continue with Greenberg and Leonard, because that's what the judge was asking. Do you plan on continuing with them, or are you looking for new attorneys? So it would have been nice to know if he planned on replacing them or keeping.
Trust me, if he would have said no, there would have been a way he would have shook his head or something. Judge would have seen that.
Right.
Because they did see his face.
I think nobody was smart enough. They couldn't unmute him because whoever the COs that had him, they didn't know to press star 6 to unmute his phone.
Hey, Miss Dottie, when the judge was speaking, I was trying to hear them when they were speaking on, or Miss Sylvia, when he had talking about double something like that. I can hardly hear what the judge was saying to that. Can you?
You breaking up. Why are you going in and out? Brenda, I didn't hear anything.
Then I'm sorry. No, when this morning the judge had mentioned or stated something about double jeopardy. I could hardly understand what he had said to that. Can y'all speak on that, please?
He was basically saying there are some parts of the case that's basically overlapping where double jeopardy.
Okay, I thought that's what he was meaning, but I just didn't. I just couldn't understand. I heard double jeopardy and case and can't be something like that. So I just wasn't for sure what he had said in regards to that. So that's why I wanted to
Yeah,
question on
then,
that.
then the government turned around and said no. There was basically because they have the two defendants on there too, so everything is not the same stuff from the other case.
Okay, makes sense now. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome, Tanya.
Hello, ladies.
Hello.
I had to drop off because I had a client, but I wanted to know if you guys think he would be eligible for an appeal bond. I say that because the guy that murdered my brother, he was convicted, but he was like a couple of days later let out on appeal bond, and this was second degree murder, and he was out for like 2 years. So I wonder if that would ever be an option for him. Because I know they denied it in Chicago, but can they go up again to say, you know, let him out on an appeal bond? Maybe no. But such a high profile case, I doubt it though.
You know what? That is a great possibility. Absolutely.
And I don't see
Heard that
when
from
I take that.
I heard that from the last attorney, the appeals attorney that we had. I heard that from him. I
I,
asked.
I take that back about it being a high profile case because I think Weinstein was out on bond, and his was pretty high profile as well. And Rob hasn't killed anybody, so I think if they would let a murderer out, and I guess it would depend on the state, possibly. This was in Texas, but I don't know. I just was thinking that could he be possibly out on an appeal bond? Because it's really hard to make decisions while you're locked away
You
on
know
what
what,
to
but
do.
guys, my next attorney, who's really, really, really good, I'm gonna put that question out to him. He is an appeal attorney, so we will talk about that. So I just want to try to see how his schedule will work with what we have going on here. So
Yeah. I also have been studying. When I finish my research, I've been studying like New York cases of appeal for similar charges from what Robert is charged with, and also the appeal with the judge. Because I think the last attorney he told us to kind of research that stuff, right?
that was Q. Q told us
Yeah.
to research. Q, if you're in the chat, could you please pop up, please, if you're here? Q's been avoiding me.
I see Miss Carenza says that it's usually harder for people charged with sexual allegations. Yeah, but I think it may be harder, but if he's on some type of monitoring.
But Weinstein was out. He has
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he's charged with like multiple, but I mean, they can have him on house arrest.
Is Weinstein in jail right now since he's
I
been
don't know if he went back or not, but he was out.
He was out while he was on his I don't know.
Yeah, he was
Yeah,
out.
Weinstein's in jail. He's in jail.
He's in jail now. Yeah, but I think he was out, right?
Where's he at? I'm gonna go look and see where he at.
Yeah, he's in jail, and he's actually going on his second case right now. He's trying to fight that.
Didn't they kick something out of his next case in California? I heard something was kicked out.
No.
Yeah, they dismissed some of those charges.
Mm-hmm.
Leslie said they want to do time served on the Mann Act. What is the I guess I need to look at it to see what type of time do they give each count of Mann Act? Is it like 10 years? I don't know.
Right, Weinstein is at Winden Correctional Facility in Buffalo, New York.
Oh.
That is where he is.
Well. I just was wondering if he could possibly be eligible for that if his attorneys asked for it. Even if they made it so high to where he probably couldn't get the funds, but just the fact that they granted him one.
I don't know. I don't know, but that's a good question.
Thank you. I was just curious about that. Because I think he can make do you think he can make better decisions, Dottie and Miss Sylvia, if he was out? Or I don't know.
I would think he would be able to because
Yeah.
he can see everything that's surrounding him. But right now,
Yeah, and then things could be pointed out to him better. I mean, it could be explained better. I think if he's out, they could put stipulations where this person or that person are the only ones that he can come in contact with. I don't know. I just think it would be, if he was out, it would be so much better. Who said danger to society? Oh, is he a danger to society? Is that what they're saying? Perspective me saying he's a danger to society.
that's what the argument was. That was the argument.
And act is tricky. I'm still researching though to see. Q is not in here, is he?
Q, come out wherever you are. If you're in here, he's been hiding out from me.
He's hiding from you?
Because he know I want his help.
New York public health law. I think Dottie dropped out. Did you call her? Where'd Dottie go?
It would be highly unlikely that they will give him bond because he had a guilty verdict, so he would be considered a high risk.
Yeah, I thought so. That's what I was just explaining. The guy that killed my brother, they let him out after his conviction. They let him out 2 days later, and it took him like 2 years to finally sentence him.
Yeah, but it would have been such a high profile case. It's
Yeah, highly
9 out of 10.
likely.
Like I
Yeah.
said, unlikely.
Yeah, it was just a question. I was just thinking that, it would be great. That way he
It'd be
could make
nice,
better
but
decisions. Yeah, it would be. But
yes,
realistically, I know to be realistically that probably would never happen, but it's a good question, Miss Sylvia, to ask someone.
it
But
is. It's a great
yeah,
question.
yeah. My only concern was that, he could make better decisions if he was out physically.
Exactly.
The New York public health law. Miss High Maintenance, are you still there? Did you drop down? Yes, she dropped down.
Daddy, I'm about to call you. But yeah, y'all can stay on the line, but I'm just about to call Daddy. Keep talking.
Okay. So 8 months after the sentence of life without parole. So Award Star says we must focus on finding errors in the law and new evidence. We need to create public outrage by continuing to share the facts that prove the injustice. Yeah, I agree. Greenberg should have been submitting a motion to get his client out on bond. I agree with that. Yeah, Miss Harris. So what's the first step in informing the public? Like, do we, so I know we could do the petitions or whatever, but what would be the first, Jocelyn, the first steps in informing the public, and Miss Harris. Yeah, we could do that. See, the problem is, oh my God, it's just horrible that we cannot unite for nothing. Everyone wants to be, again, I said earlier, too many chiefs and not enough Indians. Why come we can't, for one purpose, and and as supporters, come together from all of these different channels and platforms? Because one thing that I see now, is that on all these different channels, they've went all the way left with what the whole purpose of them even having a channel for, and that's, um for Robert Kelly. Now it's about who's did what and who discovered what first, and it's just crazy. It's really crazy that we can't just put that little pettiness to the side and just say, this is what we originally started this fight for. And who cares about who put it out there first? Have a big round table and just say, get on a Zoom call, all of these different channels. Put your facts on one piece of paper, on a whiteboard or whatever. This is what you discovered. This is what you came up with. Put it all together. Have someone put it in one fight that everyone agree upon, and just works from there, because it's becoming ridiculous. It's starting to look like a circus, if you ask me, with all these different people that these channels that have created these channels for Robert. And I'm not naming anybody because I don't know everybody that's out there. I've been silently supporting him for years before I discovered the YouTube streets, but I don't understand how we got so far off subject with this. I don't know. I don't know how we got so far off. I just wish we could figure it out. I pray that we figure it out. Yeah, I think, Tia, we should do an Unmute R. Kelly website. I have someone that builds websites. Yeah, we support Ahmaud Arbery. I don't know why people seem to think that we're so fanatic to where we don't look at anything else that's going on in this world but R. Kelly. And that's crazy. Most of us are over 25. Most of us are 30, 40. We're not stupid and foolish enough to just, that's the only focus. We There's all these preconceived notions and ideas and thoughts that's all we sit around and do, and we don't think about anything else. My friend is actually taking notes, case notes about the jury selection for that case right now. So that's not all we think about. Come on, people. Tia, yeah, let's create a website. That would be awesome. Unmute R. Kelly. Yes, it's supposed to be justice for a human being, not all this rah rah that people is doing. It's crazy. Yeah, we do appreciate Miss Sylvia for getting all these different attorneys so that we can look at this, the hard truth, whether we like it or not. We are getting a professional opinion. It may not be the opinion we want to hear, it may not be the right opinion, or whatever the case may be, but it gives us something to go by if we want to do some research on our own. Like Q was saying the other day, if we just took time enough to say everything that Rob was convicted of, we can go to the district, the New York district that his conviction was in, and study their Supreme Court appeal cases. Who, what happened in a particular case that they threw out the conviction. Check Judge Donnelly. What are her numbers as far as appeals that have been that the Supreme Court ruled against her? I mean, different things we can be doing, and these lawyers can be like stepping stones to us taking initiative to ourselves and just research too. Maybe I'm just babbling, but so many things come up to my mind that we could be doing instead of fighting each other. No one person is bigger than the other. You're right. And it doesn't make sense for us to be fighting one another. I'm so sick of it. It makes no sense. What would we do to our children if they were bickering like this? You're the brother and sister fighting with one another all the time. Go sit in the timeout, or you come talk to me when y'all get y'all stuff together and can come to and on one accord on something, or just be quiet. What? When is he going to trial? See, that's what I'm saying. Mm-mm-mm. They're just trying to take our men and just throw them away. Yeah, instead of fighting each other, we need to be figuring out these laws. We need to be changing, and who is our elected official. I mean, people are coming up for re-election, guys. If we don't like what they're doing in our cities or our states or whatever, we need to be looking at that versus just looking at the presidential nominations. We need to be voting on these judges and attorney generals and all of these different stuff. I haven't seen Spin Fire, but yeah, it's election time, people. We can make changes in our own jurisdictions and counties and states and cities or whatever. Just study who's running, and if we don't like what's going on or the person that's currently sitting in those positions, we have the power to vote them out. Yeah, we have to vote on the state level too. You It's Fig, you're right. Because how many of us can agree? I don't know. A lot of us may have not had to deal with the justice system before, but if we watched enough TV and CSI and all of that other stuff to know that there's motions, like why aren't they just having some of these motions to be thrown out on this case? I don't know. It's like they're fighting against him. Oh, the attorney general has to be impeached. Well, I'm sure there's some of them that need to be impeached. Yeah, I know. Leslie, I don't. No. I was just reading someone's um message that said this was in Kentucky, I think. Leslie. Yeah, no. It's fake. They did hurt him at trial. I'm just sad for him because oh, Miss Harris, you can in
Sorry, I'm
Michigan.
back.
Okay. I'm just rambling.
That's okay.
I'm
Thank you for
sorry,
keeping
Chad.
my company.
I hope I kept y'all entertained, Chad. Huh?
Thank you so much for keeping them company while I was talking to Dottie. Hopefully she'll be
Yes.
back on here.
I was just saying how we need to come together.
I agree. But you know
I'm
what?
sick of it. And we're not doing no kissing on nobody to do it. You know, you just have to ignore the distractions.
Yeah.
What is that? My grandmother used to say, Satan, get thee behind me.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Thank you, Mimi. Satan, get Miss Sylvia. I was trying to get on last night, and I really wanted to read Azrael's part.
Mm-hmm.
But my client wanted me to do an extra treatment on her that I was not expecting. So I was about to tear my car up trying to get home.
Hey, that was money, money, money.
I know.
Money.
And she looked so beautiful when I finished.
Awesome.
What? Yeah.
But guys,
are we waiting on Dottie?
No, not necessarily. I gotta go on the messy channel, right? Because the messy channel got put 3 on the regular and 1 on the messy channel. That's my goal every day. So y'all ready to get messy?
We can curse over there?
Yeah, you can cuss. You can do
Oh my
everything.
God.
Y'all ready for the messy channel, y'all?
Thanks, Groovy. Huh?
Y'all ready for the messy channel? That's the channel we talk about everything. Let's go into the messy channel.
Okay, I'll see you there.
I'll see you in the messy channel. Bye, guys.
Okay, bye.